Good evening, traders. Welcome to episode 89 of TA with me, Mitch Ray, on this Labor Night, the finish, the finale to what was such a fantastic marathon stream that lasted almost 5 hours. I don't feel great for those who missed it, but this is your consolation, just a brief stream of just checking on the charts for those who, again, weren't here earlier. Alright, so was about 7 minutes away from finishing up an episode of Ozark, but I just paused it, said, alright, I'm gonna be a little late, but I'm not gonna be very late, so for the stream on the time. So I got here as fast as I could. Just I had like maybe 50 minutes of leisure time, so hey, I spent it well, had a good one, got to eat some good leftover barbecue and stuff, so I'm pretty content with that. But here we are back at it with the charts, just still looking at Bitcoin. Really nothing's changed since today's stream, and it makes sense, right? Such low volume, such upward sloping consolidation after a very small impulse, with lots of bearish divergence on both oscillators, could leave us reason to believe that we'd be making lower prices at some point very soon. Now obviously, like, crazy stuff happens where you do the opposite of what you're being told, but we're being told by the chart that a breakdown would be very, very appropriate at these levels between the 618 and the 50%. Talked about ad nauseum today. Just a common retrace from a high of 8,500, right? Find the major swing low. You run up between 382 and 618. Somewhere in this area is a proper area to break down. My God, it's still really loud. Sorry. Good God, man. Alright, so that's it, man. That's Bitcoin. Just looking at it on this chart, we broke out of the fib channel. Awesome. And we can just take a look real quick at the other chart that just shows our fractal pattern, which in fact is the rising wedge. There you go, man. And it seems that Virginia Tech's up 24-3. I hope people saw next to Miami the smoldering ashes of the Seminoles as well. Right, so the only team that didn't get smoked was, of the big three, was Florida. They played a scrub team, so they lucked out. Alright, so now let's, here we go, man. The rising wedge with the bearish divergence. So you've got the pattern that's bearish, you got the oscillators that are bearish, and you've got proper retrace areas which are still in bearish territory until you break above the 618 on volume. Can't convince me. Not going to be that, sold on this being bullish at all. This impulse down and rise to the upside. Nothing weird's going on at all, in my opinion. Okay, so just two different ways of looking at Bitcoin: the channel and the wedge, the fractal. All right, the fractals that we love. No, thank you, Bulkowski, for everything you've done for us. The Jesus man. All right. So let's take a look at chat. All right. Sorry if I don't have as much energy as I did earlier. It's just, you know how it is. Just going on. Just who cares about my energy? It's all about the charts. It's all about making sure y'all are up to date on what's going on with your favorite Beanie Baby or stock or whatever. Okay, so what's up, Ricky? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Hello, Julia, the Jesus lady. What's up, Jeremy Ragsdale? Says, wow. Wow to what, man? Wow to what? Wow to Labor Day? Yeah, I agree, man. Wow to Labor Day. What's up, Coffee for Crypto? Be Slice. What's up, Moz? Happy to have you. Ryler. Mario, the Koopa Troopa Master, is here. What's up, Zachary Schneider, man? Labor Day, we'll do it live. That's right, man. We will. And B Slice has all the aliens and guitars and all the peoples. Matt Coin? What you talking about, Matt Coin, dude?
Been with you and this fam all day, brother. Loving IT super fun. So last question. What would be in the parameters of normal price drop for BTC and for NEO after breakdown? Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Damon, man, thanks for the $5 contribution. Jeez, man. All right, so look, seldom are you going to see you're at the top right now, which are the lowest risk areas for shorts, and of course it keeps on extending up. I even had a trade set up that I think kind of busted. You know, I was here, I said an entry was here, and I think slightly above the 50% retrace was the stop, and it seems like that didn't work out too well because the way it goes is the market stays irrational longer than we can stay solvent. So just because it didn't work out too well for me doesn't mean that the outcome is going to be different. It's just extending up a little bit higher than we could expect, and that was a tight stop just to protect from severe losses in case we had a high volume spike to the upside, which I don't know if that's even going to happen, but where could we expect a breakdown? I think a breakdown, a pretty severe breakdown between the 20 and the 50 could run all the way down to, I believe, the upward sloping trend line. I don't think we would completely just snap it and break to the downside. We could, but I feel like we would at least test it for a few hours, you know, back test, use it as support, get maybe some sort of very, very small partial rise before breaking down hardcore. But I think the move could be just, you know, again, like whenever it happens, right? You're just floating along, staying, or, you know, irrational, then you break down right here, partial rise, and then break, right? It's normally how it goes. So you would look and expect maybe come on down to 7,200, depending on, you know, where it is, or if it broke down sooner than that, you know, if you didn't do this price action, right? So you just broke down the next like 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Could expect to see, it just depends. It's a moving target. So I just think this upward sloping trend line is very, very important for us as a support, at least before we decide to partially rise and then break down. Make that lower high, that failed rally to make higher prices, give people a false sense of hope that don't understand what partial rises are, that don't understand that we're in a bearish pattern. Maybe just make them think that we're pivoting, we run up, lower highs, and then break down. Okay. So I hope that helps, Mr. Damon, man. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for the contribution, man. I don't expect like any of that. I'm just here to, you know, I'm competing against myself, man, every day. I'm just trying to be here and be consistent for people. That's just my goal, man. And it's just a golf game for me in terms of being consistent and just giving it everything I have for y'all. That's it, okay? That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. Just getting better and using my own metric, using my own consistency to try to get better, all right? To be more consistent. Up the ante with the lights, with the emoji balls, with everything, all right, for y'all. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Let's get through some more chat, all right? Thanks again, Mr. Damon. Freaking love you, man. So, bud, Tim A. Hey, Johnny Martinez, man. Miami. I wouldn't be saying those words after last night's performance with the Miami Hurricanes. They look like scrubs. Look like a tropical depression. Not the Miami tropical depressions, not the Miami Hurricanes. Okay, Johnny Martinez, man, write that down. It's hilarious. Bam. Okay. What's up, Bryce Wagner, man? Eric Caffeine, sitting right next to Coffee for Crypto. Irwin Coffee, the best freaking coffee. Tastes amazing. I don't even need creamer for it. Just drink it black. What's up, JR out of Mud, man? Welcome again, right? What's up, Maddie702? Awesome. Hope you've had a wonderful Labor Day, Maddie, man. You and Lil Maddie and the fam, really. There's Jules freaking Santana. Parabolic, yeah, man. A crash is imminent. Yes, for me, right? What's up, Mr. Magoog? Jason freaking Feller. Hey, Christopher S, man, thanks for tuning in. Muchas gracias. Right back at you. Thank you so much for tuning in. What do you think about Monero? It's the purest form of privacy coin that exists on the planet right now. But on the charts, it's had a really nice breakout on volume today. We looked at it. If you want, we can, I guess, just go back to it and take a look. But gotta be pretty happy with this performance in the very, very short term. But if we're talking about the past 5 to 6 months, you got to be depressed with Monero. Throw it in the bucket with the Miami Tropical Depression college football team, right? Let's try B-Slice. We'll see, man. What's up, bud? J Talks Crypto. Cryptor C. Good to see you, dude. Seriously, man.
Rain OBS. Even been with you since late March, and I cannot stress to anyone new in here how important putting the time with you makes a difference. I learn every day from you, and for that I am grateful. Grateful for this fam. Love all of you.
Yeah, Mr. Damon, really, wow. Those words, man. Don't try to make me cry, dude. Don't make me cry, man. Okay. Yeah, dude, you've been around a long time. You're an OG. You and Jules and MK and many others, all right? And we keep finding new friends, new members of this wonderful community every day. And if I can't find new people, right? My only goal is to at least be a positive influence in someone's life at least once a day, right? So if I come online and there are 50 people watching or 20 people watching, that's all I get, and I'm able to affect somebody positively, 1 out of those 20, job well done on my side. That's all that matters, right? So that's all I did, throughout my 20s was try to do that for my community, right? But on this platform, on YouTube, where I'm able to reach to the world, I now have so much more power to be able to positively affect people, and it just is so nice. And it's because of people like y'all that keep me getting out of bed in the morning, that keeps me showing up, and y'all make it too freaking easy, okay? So thank y'all so much. It's not about me, it's about y'all, Mr. Damon. So thank you, dude. Love you, man. Not to be all sentimental or anything, okay? Doing well, Cryptor C, man. I'm glad you're here, man. You want to look at Square? It's like, yeah, Square, like straight up. Yeah, man. On the side of the square. Yeah, dude. SQ, we'll look at it, man. It's gone nuts, dude. Gone nuts. Ozark, yeah, dude. For sure. What's up, bud? Jonathan Krause? Good to see you again, man. Hey, blockchain updates. We're back again. That's right. We'll do it live. Anthony Rossano, man. How you doing, dude? Yo, take a look at DGB, man. All right. Thanks, Julia. Appreciate that. What's up, Joffredo? I hope I said that right. Joffredo. Man, I'm having a tough time with your name. Someone help me with Joffredo. Riedo. Sorry, man. Thanks for being here. Oh, there's Chaylin, man. How's it going? It's going well, dude. Going well. Just, when you think, oh, it's all good, man. Turn it up, right? That mentality to have, right, in life. That's Nick Saban. That's what he taught me. That's like formative years for me, late teens. Nick Saban. Just when it's like, oh man, it could never get any better. Just crank it up to a new level and just keep going to where people say, oh my God, how can I keep up with this? How? Right? You have to have that mentality in your own life to destroy your competition, right? Because that's what life's about, competing. And always raising the bar. And if there's no one to compete against yourself. All right, that's the way to look at it. Just IMO. Just getting through this chat. Almost done. Okay, we're getting there. All right. Just understand that's what I do. I look at Bitcoin, analyze it as thorough as really I can, and then we engage with chat heavily, and then we go back into everything else. All right. Jonathan. Well. I'm sorry that TA is your new obsession, because once I became obsessed with it, everything in my life started becoming peripheral. Okay, man? What's up, Crypto Kata, man? Good to see you, dude. And there's a Drawn freaking K. Did we get a hurricane warning in Alabama? Nah, man. No hurricanes around here. Like legit. And again, the Miami tropical depressions are the only thing that were even around us, right? So thanks, Jonathan, man. What's up, MK? There he is. All right, let's just go ahead and play the Jesus People chimes. Okay, cheers to y'all. Pay our respects. The Jesus Peoples. Y'all actually had a tropical storm in Miami today? My God, man. Sounds freaking scary. But that's stronger than your football team. Not the Dolphins, the other one. What's up, Crypto Farmer, man? Oh my gosh, it's Coach K, the Ultra Instinct Jesus man. He likes, Eric Coffee says he likes how I talk about coffee every time I see him. Well, man, dude, I'm sorry. I think your forefathers, your ancestors had something to do with coffee, man. So, there you go, dude. And there's Willow Crypto Man, the webmaster Jesus man. And there's Crypto Kiwi. He's the Hobbit from the Shire. Welcome from Middle Earth. I hope it's probably daytime out there because it's nighttime here. So, Nick Saban, you have lower risk areas to go short up here. Trying to go long at these positions, at these areas, is higher risk. Okay, that's all I can tell you. I can't tell you to go long or short. All I can do is tell you what's going on, that we're showing significant levels of bearish divergence on both oscillators at the top trend line of the rising wedge, or if you want to look at it another way, at the top trend line of a upward sloping channel in between the 50% and 618 retrace from the 8,500 highs to the 57, 5,800 lows. So that's not an uncommon area for us to get screwed, to get wrecked, okay? I'm just saying, man.
Thank you for checking out DGB. You're a scholar and a saint.
Hey, Crypto Schools, man. Thanks so much for the $5.03, the cryptocurrency, man. Or was that even... Yeah, that was totally cryptocurrency. Man, thanks so much, man, for that Crypto Schools. Yeah, and since you did that, we'll just put DGB at the front of the line. Okay, so anytime you contribute, man, it puts your... If you have a request or something, it just puts you at the front of the line. Because sometimes the line gets long throughout the show, okay? We get a lot of requests every show. Hey, Robin, what's up, man? Love you too, Anthony Rosano, man. Happy you're here. Sears bullish divergence playing out. Hey, man. SHLD, man, it can happen, but we know that it could be a very short-lived rally, right? We know that because it's overall insanely bearish, right? But no, and again, last time we talked about it, I said that you can definitely make money in a bear trend like that, a severe bear trend, death trend, really. It's like the death march for SHIELD. You can still make rallies on proper retraces, right? Since we just know how the retraces work, fibs. Gosh dang it, man. Freaking restream is just makes me lose all my chat. I have to scroll all the way back up. JTogs wants XLM. Alright, man, I can do that. But don't worry about it, Jonathan, man. I can just and keep on buying beers. You can buy me a beer if you want, man. No worries, dude. Either way, it doesn't even matter. What's up, Crypto Broke, man? Happy Labor Day to you as well, and yours. All right. Man, plenty of places to make loot, man. Just preferably making loot on Sears. Just weird. Hector wants a LTC. Sure, man. Put it on the list. All right. Hey, Beach Life, what's up, man? Right back at you, dude. Seriously, thank you, man. Good to see you too, Joffredo, man. Great to see you, man. That freaking moon, boy! Doing things! Oh my god.
Vet Moonboy tip $25. Doing things, lots of things. Respecting the heck out of upward sloping support line.
Yeah, just put a Vet on the list. Vet Moonboy. Right after DGB would take a look at it, man. Thanks so much for friggin' $25, dude. We were worried about you, man. We just didn't know what's going on, man. You're probably laboring away on Labor Day. And, yeah, man, we'll take a look at it. Just still within the midst of that rising wedge pattern. We're struggling so tremendously at that 618 Fibonacci node. It's being so well respected as resistance. But we will talk about that, no doubt. Take a look. It's just continuing to rise, though. It's nice. A little bit of an elevated volume on Vet. But, again, we will definitely thoroughly analyze it. Okay. Thanks, dude. Seriously, man. Love you, man. Okay, so JR Out of Mud is also Jonathan Kraus. Alright, so everyone knows. He is a hybrid. He is a shifter of platforms, the Jesus Man. That's right, Chalen is the graphics Jesus Man. He is, indeed. And he's got too many projects on his plate beyond. He doesn't even know where to go because he's working on so many. All right. What's up, Eddie Bedit, man? Thanks for tuning in. Of course, Nick Saban. Always going to praise you, dude. Coach Saban, dude. Hey, Jizzy Mac, that's right. Finishing strong. Just when you're out of gas, just keep on rolling. Just dig deep. That's what Bear Bryant always said. When you just don't think you have anything left, just dig deep. And you'll find something. Alright. Almost through chat. I mean, I'm trying to get through it, alright? VeChain. Yeah, that happened yesterday, J-Togs. Talking about VeChain doing things, making a huge partnership with the, I thought it was the largest insurance company in China. There was no response on the charts at all. There was nothing. So, you know, there is Crypto Yeti. Yes, there's a new season. I just finished episode... Well, I've got 5 to 6 minutes left of episode 3, so... J7R707C7K7. You need to just change your name. Or do you have a name that I could call you besides that weird Star Wars... and what is it, IG-88's rival, right? You're like a bounty hunter robot. Anyway, the most important thing when it comes to TA, I believe, is never thinking that one indicator is more important than the others. I think the most important thing about technical analysis is thoroughly understanding different oscillators, patterns, and trends, converging them, coinciding them together to make information, because all these, look, this, okay, again, the baking a cake thing, back to this again, J7R7, it's never about, oh man, the RSI is so important, man, the MACD is so important, oh, the chart is so important, the pattern is so important. No, it is a bunch of being able to analyze and understand and master each oscillator one day at a time, 1 week, 1 month, 2 months at a time, mastering each oscillator. What does volume mean? What does the MACD mean? What does the RSI mean? What does the pattern mean? What does the trend mean? The overall trend. What trend are we in right now? We're in a big old no trend. We're in a big old up and down fest we've been in, but unfortunately we've been making lower highs than our previous highs every single time, so that's not good. And unfortunately, the last time we made a lower low than our previous low. But now we're making higher lows than our previous lows. So it is uncertain. There's a lot of chop going on. So we don't truly know the true trend we are in. No one can tell you that. Now, if you zoom out far enough and wide enough, you can see that we're overall bullish. Because if we go back to these areas, right? You got, clearly you can see we're bullish, but in the shorter term where it matters, in my opinion, because as people want to know what's going to happen next, we don't really know what trend we're in. So I think taking a bunch of different variables, putting them together, those pieces of data, when you know how to read them and when they coincide, I think that's the most important thing, right? So you can give yourself information with a bunch of pieces of data, Okay, making the cake. Your eggs, your milk, your patterns, your flour. Your trend is your mixing bowl. Your volumes, like your vanilla extract or something weird. I don't really know. I still have not mastered the whole baking thing because I'm not really a baker. I don't do baking, but someone else could probably help me a lot better. Anyway, so you know, that's really kind of what's going on. So I think that's what is the most important thing. J7R707 or 07, whatever. Anyway, what else? Let me know. Thanks, Anthony Rosano, man. The Gizmo. I have, Yanni. I have seen Arrested Development, but it's been like a decade, or less than a decade, but almost like 8 years, 9 years. It's been a long time. I don't remember much of it at all. What's up, Bob Field? How long have I been live? 40 minutes now or something, close to it, like 35 minutes. Good God, I don't even know what's going on.
H7I7S7 and 7E7M7EI 7S7 J-Rock.
J-Rock? What you talking about, man? What you talking about? J-Rock! I know that was not a Trailer Park Boys reference. There's no way you watch Trailer Park Boys or have seen that show. So, thanks so much for the $10 contribution, Mr. Troll. Friggin' love you, man. Thanks, dude. God. Your inverse killing me, man. Oh my God. Oh, okay, we actually have a J-Rock in the house, and that's what he goes by now. Okay, sorry, dude. I didn't see that. Yeah, risk management's good too. Sorry, but that's trading, right? Trading's that. But if we're talking about technical analysis in itself, right? How to draw conclusions about what could be coming next. I think technical analysis is a little bit slightly different than trading itself, right? You gotta agree with me somewhat on that. So about quality control, good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Happy you're here, though. There's a Rich Martinez. Welcome, dude. Cheers, of course, man. All to do is just see your name. Sometimes, look, if you don't get a wrench immediately, don't be offended. Like, I don't... The other chat is secondary. I have a primary chat I look at that connects my Twitch and YouTube together, and then my secondary one is in case this one crashes and I need to see chat real quick. I've got it on another one of my screens. Okay, that's right, Jason. You got to dig deep. Dig deep, man. All right, sweet. J7 is J-Rock. Excellent. So we're good. Okay. It could happen to you because it happened to me. Oh my God. Make it. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, Anthony Rosano. Oh my God. Oh God. Stop making this so fun for me. I see patterns in charts, then in character strings. Is this a song, Seth, man? Are we singing now? I can sing, Seth, man. You want to hear my voice, dude? J-Rock and the Rock Pile, man. Curtis Promise. I think there's a legit rapper named J-Rock now, though. Hilariously enough, right? Real life J-Rock that we know would hate that. He'd be so mad. Thanks, Jonathan, man. Sir, I'm almost done. Stop getting mad at me, okay? Yeah, go ahead, Anthony. If you want to change my lighting up, you can do that on Twitch. You can't do that on YouTube, man. So, it's just an incentive. Remlog loves bacon. Me, too. I also love Scott Harris, who just posted a period. Thank you so much for the period. Scott Harris, you have no idea what that means to me. Thank you so much, man. Sentimental value. That period. Alright, so that's Bitcoin, Rising Wedge, bearish divergence on both oscillators, prepared to get screwed within the parameters of the 618 and the 50% common retraces from a swing high of 8,500 all the way to a swing low of 5,800, 5,860, 70, whatever. Let's go to Ethereum. Big old triangle. we had it plotted like this, and then we said, okay, we broke out on no volume. Whoops, let me just go ahead and Control Z that. Good God, man. It was like that. It's like, oh, we broke out, man. We broke out. It's like, all right, man. Sure, we broke out. No, we really didn't, man. Give me some volume. If we didn't break out, if it's so scrubby like that, let's just make an adjustment. Give us some more room to breathe in between the triangle, which is fine. And look, it's all about market interpretation. How is the market interpreting this chart? Very well could be that this is the actual second touch point, not this one. Alright, so now that we've got room to run, I guarantee you if we were to break out of this, can't get to euphoric until we break this downward sloping resistance, which would be respected IMO, because it's right around that 618, 298, and $300 range. So either way, even though you have a triangle, that's great and all. I also think what's going on is touch point 1 and 2 on the bottom side, and then 3 on the top is the anchor point. We have that hard line that would also be tough to break, where that 786 is, that 308.63 mark. If we break above that, we got a different story going on. Might be good.
A7, V7, E7, R7, Y7, O7, N7, E7, E7 by 7, C7, E7, P7, T7, M7, I7, T7, C7, H7, C7, A7, N7, R7, E7, A7, D7, T7, H7, I7, S7.
I agree, man. You know, I found out that people do sleeping streams, and they'll do that kind of stuff. Like, I think you can do that unlimited amount of times. There are certain things, and I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this, but there are certain exploits where you can make it say like 77777 like a billion times, and you're doing like these, I don't know, these commands, these 3-touch commands that make it do like quintillionth amounts of 7s or something, and it makes it do it. But anyway. Again, I don't know why I told you that, but hey, Troll, thanks so much for the $10 contribution. The freaking Jesus, man. Thanks so much, man. And all the Star Wars bounty hunter robots. Thanks so much, dude. You got no idea how grateful I am. Thank you, dude. Okay, joking aside. So we got the impulse up, and now we are starting the retrace, a very well-established retrace, and it looks like some sort of bullish consolidation because the impulse up, and then you consolidate, and you're making higher lows than your previous lows for now anyway. Always good to see that with some bullish convergence on the bottom end. Even though we had the bearish divergence that played out, we broke down, but to the extent of how far we go is unknown. So it's good to see that we are stalling out on our selling. But either way, the volume's super scrubby, so it's just, who wants this right now? Because this is what's truly going on. Everyone knows how bearish we are, and if we zoom out even more, we can see that we're even more bearish. Yes, more bearish, more bearish. That's it. Okay. But we've seen this time and time again. What am I supposed to do? We analyze the crap out of something time and time again, and it only moves a certain amount of candles every day. That's all I can do, right? Let's get a ripple and knock it out. Alright, so we have our downward sloping channel, and we broke it. We broke out of it on literally no volume, really, at all. Understandable. Forming a descending triangle, unable to break the chains of that downward sloping resistance the last time we attempted to rally and made lower highs than our previous highs. And you can see, zoomed in, that we're making higher lows than our previous lows. We're still showing tremendous amounts of rejection at critical areas of resistance like the 200 MA, as you can see right here. Just 8 hours ago, we ran up to touch it and said nope, rejected. And now, currently, we're below the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA, clearly right now. All right, 33.58 cents. So if this, if we continue to get rejected at these MAs, expect much lower prices. All right, expect it. Don't be surprised anyway when it happens, if it happens. All right. So that's your ripple. Measure move to the upside would be tremendous. It would be 39.75 cents, but a measure move to the downside would probably put us around that 27-cent range, I would think, at least. 6 cents, whatever. 25 cent. Wow, holy crap. Here's your measure move that we broke out bearishly. Okay, somewhere from this trend line. This is where we could expect to go. 25.6 cents or something. Okay, so there you go. My goodness, man. I'm just gonna. Should I just slap myself in the face? That'd probably feel pretty good, right? Let's go to DGB to BTC. We have not looked at this in a while. Legit, have not looked at this in many days, if not over a week now. Right. Okay. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like anything crazy's happened. So it seems like we have in fact broken out. We have broken out for sure. Remember this descending, broadening wedge pattern that we broke out and made the measure move from the lowest low to the highest high? Measured it from the breakout, touched it like the Jesus man. Wonderful pattern. But since then, we had that channel, and we finally, once we broke it, it was over, and it was dramatic. It was like a season finale of getting destroyed. All right. So we fell below that downward sloping trend line of the descending broadening wedge, double bottomed here and ran up, and now look what we've done. We broke to the upside, came back and back tested this very same trend line, used it as support, pivoted. That's where the 50 and the 200 are too, coincidentally, and now we're attempting to rally to make higher highs than our previous highs. Though in fact we did have bearish divergence. This may be the extent of our breakdown right there. That was it. That could have been what happened. So a golden cross is happening right now. Awesome. Very cool. And also the same, something else is going on is we broke out of a downward sloping channel that we have been in truly since early July. Very cool. Sorry, that was a weird song. It was kind of freaking me out. Yes, freaking me out. Okay, let's attempt to do something here. Let's attempt to do things. Wait, what do we... Yeah, we're good. This, then VET. Alright, just making sure I'm good. One could almost just say that this is you know, an ascending broadening wedge. Touch point 1 and 2, and it's slightly upward sloping. But others could just say screw the ascending broadening wedge and just don't worry about the fractals, just worry about the channel. So look, man, you just go with touch point 1 and 2 and 3 on the top side, and then just 1 on the bottom. That's it. I don't see too much hard line respect. You get the support here, and then the resistance here, and the resistance here. You couldn't sustain prices above this here, the hard line, and now we're back above that hard line right now. So just make sure. This is a little too loud, I guess. Maybe just a little bit. Dude, I can't get it to be 30. Oh my god, man. Sorry, there we go. for this song at least. Okay, man. So, you know, just looking at parameters of possibly some sort of ascension. Look, downward sloping, and all of a sudden it's upward sloping, right? So that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So DGB, despite anything, it broke out of a channel on pretty scrubby volume, but it's back tested and it's now starting to rally with a golden cross. So some decent contradicting variables going on, I guess. Yeah, ooh, double topped on the RSI. Slightly higher levels. Either way, about the same as a double top, hitting 73 on the RSI before selling off. So we'll see if we can continue to march. We really would like to see some more volume, but if you got a breakout, you broke out of this channel on higher than average volume, but it's nothing special. Okay, just higher than average volume on a breakout, which is pretty cool, especially the back test. We'll see if we can stay outside of this channel and eventually rise again to make higher highs. All right, it'll be interesting to see if we can. That's DGB. Let's go to VET. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, VET Moon Boy. So you've got this wedge. Gosh dang it, hold on. So you got the wedge going on, and this is what I'm talking about. In the 4-hour candle earlier in the day, we were above that 618. It looked pretty promising. It looked like we were getting some elevation in volume, but we ended up wicking off the 618 and using it as a resistance and failed to break it. And currently, with less than 4 minutes left on this 4-hour candle, we're doing the exact same thing again. You gotta be really careful that we're failing 2 times in a row now to break that 618 Fibonacci, because that's exactly what's being used as a resistance.
12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, and 15.
Breaking news, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Jules, thanks so much, man, for the $12.12 of freaking Jesus, man. Thanks so much, man. Very lovely, man. Thanks, dude. The OG. The tremendous OG, man. Thanks, dude. So, really, really concerned. In 3 minutes. Come on, man. Can we just break and hold above the 618, please? VET Moon Boy, do something about this. Do things. Because it's not a joke. This is what we need to be kings. What's the resistance? Oh, there is none except this Fibonacci. It's being oh so well respected. RSI is hot. Sitting in bullish territory, that 64 mark. Pretty good there on the RSI, but I'm sorry to say that still looking pretty scrubby on the MACD. High on price, lower high on price, now attempting to make higher highs, and you are technically making higher highs than your previous highs, yet you're making significantly lower levels of positive momentum than our previous highs with 2 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. And you know what that means? Somehow, some way, it is time for your local on the 8s. How is this even possible? How has it been like an hour, dude? How has it been 50 minutes? 58 minutes? Whatever. How's this real? Unbelievable, man. Alright, so I just want to kind of stick around with VET. Since, you know, Bitcoin's not really at, you know, it is at a critical resistance, but nothing like a fib node like the 618 like VET is. We'll see if the bots can push us over the goal line, or will we just be scrubs once again? Oh no, we suck again! So it's VET at the 618. It's most previous to 4-hour candles, this 8-hour time period. I need an Instagram. They have a poll function. Oh yeah, Instagram. I guess I need to. I just think about just got Twitter, but I guess IG is even bigger of a thing than Instagram is bigger of a thing than Twitter. Reinforcements.
That Moon Boy tipped $25. Have reinforcements coming tomorrow morning.
Let's do things with the reinforcements, with the cavalry. Let's freaking do this thing, man. Let's Leroy Jenkins this. Are you getting Leroy Jenkins on your team? Because he's pretty good, I hear, to go all in deep. 5 seconds. It seems like we are screwed. 2, 1, and the candle is closed. And the close below it, man. Gosh dang it. Well, there you go, man. 2 rejections in a row on the 618 fib node. We'll keep our eye on it. I've got it on one of my utility screens. It's unfortunate, man. Alright, so Bitcoin's also closed. It did really nothing in this past 4-hour period. The bearish engulfing candle, that sucks. But you can see the impulse up, and now we're consolidating with the trend, with the impulse, which is, we could consider that some form of exhaustion, and I think we're going to get it with the bearish divergence, but we're already picking up negative momentum, but we're not making really lower prices, which is weird. Alright, so I got this, man. I got this, man. Just everyone relax. Just everyone calm down. Everything will be fine. Alright, so let's see if we can stay within the parameters of this small little flag that we got going on. Okay. And we could just continue marching along the upper trend line of this upward sloping channel for as long as we wanted, but according to our positive momentum, it just looks pretty freaking scrubby. Now we could come up and run up again and make just another lower level of positive momentum than this level and this level, and then maybe get some sort of triple MACD bullish divergence for real or something like that, or excuse me, bearish divergence for real, right, where we just have like another positive histogram island, and it's just like significantly lower than these levels, and then we just like continue to stay irrational and then break down. A very real possibility it could happen, so just don't be. It's just so unreal that we had like this one positive histogram wick, as you can see it here, and then it broke down. Just crazy. I don't know, man. It's like whatever. So that's the way we're looking at Bitcoin. We broke out of the fib channel. Okay, we're making higher highs. A DRDC7s. Thanks so much for the sub on YouTube, the Jesus Man. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it, and hope to hear from you in live chat. Okay, thanks, man. But whatever. Andrew Left is going to short my precious Nvidia. You mean like the stuff he's already done? He already did that, man. Back at in the 100s. All right, so I'm not scared. Think I'm worried about that, man? I'm not scared. Been there before, dude. Come on, man.
Good evening, Mitch. I had a long day representing the UK and the US with my drinking capabilities. Are we still doing Vegas, big guy? Love you, Mitch. Happy Labor Day. Come on again. Love you, Julia Socks.
I would believe so, yeah. We just got to figure out. Someone was asking about it earlier. What we're going to do about that. I'm not sure. I'm not certain what we're going to do, but we will figure something out. Freaking Pumpy Dumpy coming in right behind you.
Pumpy Dumpy tip $20. Check out BTCD on Poloniex. WDF.
Crap, hold on a sec. I got to pull my stream elements, man. Gosh, hold on. Thank you so much, Pumpy Dumpy, for the $20 contribution. Freaking love you, man. Thank you, dude. Hold on. I'm just pulling up this ticker real quick. Okay. Oh, BTCD on Poloniex. Bitcoin Dark? Oh my god. I don't get it, man. What does Bitcoin Dark do, man? You don't even understand, Ray. You don't even understand. Here it comes. All in Bitcoin Dark. Kappa. But Pumpy Dumpy, man, thanks again for the $20 freaking dollars. Jeez, man. Much appreciated. Alright, thank you. And thanks so much for the 131 people tuned in between Twitch and YouTube. I understand you could be doing anything, but you're choosing your time and spending it with me, and I really appreciate that, and I'm grateful. Okay. It's a great time to be alive. I agree, Anthony Rosano. Always a good day to be alive, right? That's right, Miss Ken. Time repeating, of course. Just getting through this chat, okay? I have no idea how many financial scrubs are infiltrating Instagram. I don't know. Don't have to post a bunch of pictures and stuff. I don't think. I mean, just post charts, I guess. Oh, thanks, B-Slice Man, for the congratulatory 7-7 sub. Exclamation. Thank you, dude. Viking Knight incoming. Oh, 1,000. Sure, we'll do 1,000, but it's 780 subs right now. We got a long way to go still. Okay, so once we hit 1,000, yeah, I'll go crazy on the Viking pump. Space aliens to start buying crypto. Oh my god, I can't believe the future's here. Skullbones, man. Really glad to hear that the long streams keep you company while you're working from home solo, man. I really appreciate it and happy to hear it, man. Black Monkey Anvils wants Australian dollar to the US dollar. Sure, man. Getting wrecked. Getting freaking wrecked, dude. Sure. Yeah, I guess the blue or purple is, yeah, and it's purple right now. It looks like it's as close as you're going to get to the black light on Twitch. If you're asking about changing the color of my lighting scheme, that's kind of the way it works. The purple or black, or purple or blue makes it black, I guess, right? Greetings from Tonga. He says, hey Mitch, first time visitor, friend sent me the link. Glad I have tuned in for a bit of TA, technical with attitude. Cheers. Hey, Papa Crypto, thanks so much, man, for being here, and thank you for the kind words. It means everything, dude. And look, man, I've expended myself. I'm pushing myself harder than I normally push myself, right? I mean, I always try to push myself, but like I had like I had a 4 hour and 40 something minute stream earlier today. It took about 50 minutes off, and then here I am again on the night stream. Started, went live I think like 10:05 or 10:06 or something my time, or 11:06 Eastern, and here I am an hour later still streaming, and here we go, man, right? So so yeah, man, that's it. That's Bitcoin to US dollar on this chart with the bearish divergence. Please be careful and understand what's going on. We could very well, if we wanted to just keep on being rational, we could just keep on marching up and eventually start forming some more positive histogram wicks and maybe make a formidable positive histogram island that would just look something like this, and it could be just a little bit higher, but it's going to be ultimately lower than this level and this level. That's going to give us our triple MACD bearish divergence that's very real, as you can see it. Okay, so understand that. We could continue rising, but ultimately this thing's getting tired, it's getting exhausted, and a big move down could be happening for real, just because look at the volume. It's so pathetic on some sort of breakout of a fib channel that extends back to 8,500, our highest highs that we had seen in quite some time. Okay, so alright, let's go to the other chart, the Bitfinex chart. This is the other way to look at it, right? The same stuff. You just have a rising wedge now. You have our fractal. Instead of our channel, the fractal.
BTC Dark, sign me up. Hotcoin has made me some serious money today. Loving the FOMO. Keep up the good work, Mitch.
Hey, come on, England, man. Thanks so much for the freaking $5 or no, $4.20,
Going to
dude.
bed so everything dumps within the next 6 hours. Everyone do not get wrecked. Thank you again. Good night.
I have a good one, Mr. Damon, man, and thanks so much for the multitude of contributions today and tonight, man. It means everything. And thank you so much for this chair again, dude. I'm very, very grateful. And I can't, anytime I sit in this chair, I'm like, Mr. Damon, man. Thanks, Mr. Damon, man. Seriously, dude. You've just been an incredible person and just a wonderful member of this community. And it would not be the same without you, dude. So thanks for just... if I ever stop being entertaining for you, stop being educational, stop being positive as an influence in your life, man, just let me know so I know how to turn things around, okay, man? Always be candid with me. Thanks, Mr. Damon, man. To Jesus, man. Thanks. And to everyone else, let me know, okay? What's up, DRSEST or something? Thanks so much for being here. He says that he or she says this is the most uncertain day in Bitcoin I've seen in 9 months. Well, man, I mean, again, it's really not that crazy because we're just doing what a standard chart would do, making proper retracements after finding a major swing low from a major swing high. You're not doing anything weird. You're in between two common areas that you would retrace before breaking down to lower prices. So it's really not too crazy. But the uncertainty, I understand people might think that. But just understanding Fibonacci and getting more acquainted and more intimate with the Fibonacci would make you feel a little bit more comfortable about the situation, what's going on right now. Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here.
You're the man, Mitch. I got your back.
Hey, Jonathan, man. Dude, thanks so much for the $3.33 to Jesus, man. Thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate that. Seriously, dude, thank you. We're just getting through this. Alright, I'm almost through chat. Alright. What's up, Crypto Yeti, man? Thanks for getting back on here, man. Don't go to Rex City. Beach life? Yeah, pretty much, man. Thanks a lot, Rimlog. What have you done, dude? Good job. Okay, so that's it. That's just another way to interpret this, alright? Bitcoin lost 35% of its value in less than a month and then has run up to proper retraces, and it's nothing special, and the volume is nothing special at all. Alright, so hey man, please prove me wrong. It's like that Crowder meme. He's sitting at the table outside of college campus saying, prove it to me, prove me wrong, or whatever. Prove me wrong by showing me extreme levels of green volume to the upside and break out of this so we can maybe make a measure move to the upside. I think it was going to be, I can't even remember at this point. MK remembers, so I just can't remember. It was pretty nice. It was like up here, I think a little above the 786 or something, so we're not worried about it. We're just looking within the parameters of the channel. See, or this wedge or channel. All right, cool. I'm about to sneeze, I think, y'all. Oh my god. It's like one of those sneezes that's like really trolly. It's like a big troll sneeze, and it's like not gonna let me sneeze even though I need to feel it. I feel it so bad. Gosh.
That coin. I'm finally glad people are seeing this coin for what it is. Don't miss the boat, people of it is going to the moon.
Hey, 3 lines, thanks so much for the 690 pennies. And that Verge triangle has dropped in the jar. Oh yeah. Don't be gross. But either way, I think you had the full intent of being gross for tipping $6.90. And also Verge had the full intent of being gross because they got into Pornhub. So, understandable on both ends. Alright, so, man, look, I get it, you know, like there's fundamental, there's larger fundamental reasons to be into VET than there would be to get into many, if not the majority of other cryptos. But technically, we have to understand there is, in fact, a rising wedge pattern that we have to be very careful about, that we could continue marching and sloping upward. Yes, we could. We just have to know that that is a bearish pattern that has developed right now. Hey, Jason Self, man, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. The Jesus, man, welcome, dude. Welcome. If you have any questions about technical analysis, hit us in this chat right here, or my or my Discord. I have problems with my cadence because cadences are a form of habit, and I don't have much of a habit for my cadence right now. I've been pretty lax on the cadence, so yeah, check out my Discord. We post it in the chat all the time. All right. You hate it when it takes your comments more than 5 minutes to show up. No way, Crypto Yeti. It's never that slow, dude. Come on. That's an exaggeration, right? A Dr. Cest, I'm always in cash. I always have copious amounts of cash on hand. When you don't have cash on hand, it's called getting caught with your pants down. Whenever the bad happens or the good happens, all right? Whether the market goes up or not, I'm always going to have cash, as you should, as one would want to have, not you, as one would want to have cash at all times, whether the market explodes or not. It doesn't matter. It's an insurance policy against downturns of markets at unexpected times, okay? Because that will happen. Hope that helps, Dr. Cest. Hopefully I'm doing that right. Dr. Cest, please give more, you know, articulation into your name, so I can call you Dr. Cest or right, I don't know. Just getting through this chat, right? You're gonna hit me up on my Bitcoin? What does that mean, Mr. Anvils? I don't understand, man. Storm Gordon? What, Beach Life? If orbs appeared, what do you mean, JR? Or Jonathan Kraus? What do you mean about the orbs, man? No, I know you're not going to sue me, and I don't think anyone's going to sue me, but I'm never going to word it in a way where I could get sued. So, like, it's a win-win, right? Like, I don't ever expect people to sue me, but I'm never going to assume that one wouldn't sue me. So, it doesn't matter. Dr. Cest. Excellent. Thanks, Dr. Cest. UFO orbs, yeah, all in on the UFOs and the Independence Day aliens, yes, if that's what we're talking about. Bitcoin dark, Mr. Magoo. Look, we're at Ethereum, the Sin Triangle, but very, very much scrubby and bearish in the midterm as well as the mid-long term. Now, you know, the long term is overall bullish, okay, because we started at zero. That's great and all, but we're talking about the mid-long term, and it's just bearish for now. And until we break this, we're scrubs still. We're going to be scrubs until we finally, at one point in time, we break that $4.12 to $14 area. This downward sloping just depends when we get there. It's a moving target, okay? We just don't know. All right, man. Just respect the midterm channel. Also respect the mid-long-term channel, right? And then you have to respect the short-term triangle price contraction that we're seeing. But it also looks like a flag that multiple people could interpret it as, all right? Okay. XRP, what's its new 4-hour candle look like? I don't know, man. Man, that's crazy. Florida State has not done anything? Are you serious? So is it seriously still 24-3? Like, it has to be the fourth quarter. Like, literally. No, the game's over. Never mind. 5 minutes left in the fourth. Okay, no, the game ended. Never mind. I've just been out of my element, okay, since the marathon stream. I've just been out. So Seminoles and the Canes, misery together. Aw, the rivals. Emmy says she's going to bed. Please take off early today. Maybe stream when Bitcoin is dumping. I can keep the nerves calm when the big moves happen. Hit me. People like you are the reason why my nerves are always calm, okay? So thank you for being here and showing your support, right? What's up, George, man? Thanks for tuning in, dude. Dude! Welcome, George. Awesome, man. Friggin' awesome that you're here, dude, okay? Great news. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're working on it. Doing all we can. Thanks again, Emmy. Alright, so outside of the downward sloping channel on XRP, DS dollar, descending triangle, okay, and it's going to be very difficult to break to higher highs, especially after this failure, this rally that we're seeing right now, okay? So yeah, below the all three MAs right now, below all three of them, okay, and sitting at 46 on the RSI, so pretty much neutral for now. Let's go to Bitcoin Dark. We've never looked at this before, but it's evidently a thing. What do you even want? Yeah, it's just crazy. George, happy to hear that you just joined the Discord, man. The Jesus man. Welcome, dude. There's no real way to chart this. I mean, I don't think anyway. So, shoot. Let's try the bottom side. Hold on. It's not too bad. A longer term fib channel. So a longer term fib channel that is downward sloping. Okay, understandable there. And I think we had something going on here too. Pretty nice, man. So either way, right, you got this you have this short-term fib channel, and you have a much larger trend going on, this downward sloping. So understand that we are in a bear trend right now, and the only thing that's happening is we're pumping on the largest spike in volume we had seen since December of 2017. Crazy enough, right? We're getting pumps like we have not seen since the Great FOMO of our time. I can find an electricity coin called Fornu. Nah, I don't think so. Fornu. Now we got Burst coin though. It's electric, man. Travis knows all about it, dude. So I can't believe I've been live for an hour and 23 minutes. What's happening, man, with this world of time, Father Time? What is he doing with TA? He's literally like, okay, I will give the power of time, manipulation, to those who chart. And that's what's happened. Likes reset. What are you talking about, Bradford? Are you screwed, man, on your resets? Bitcoin after dark? I guess so, Rimlock. Jeez, man, I'm just trying to get through some chat, alright? What's up, Loot Patient, man? I'm glad you tuned in, man. Glad you made it, alright? translucent. How does that even work? Translucent light. All of a sudden you can see somewhat through me, but not all the way, right?
Proud to announce that I also just signed an advertising deal with Verge. Ironically with the same slogan as my other one. Can I play football now?
I don't know, man. Are you going to take any more knees? Because you might get in trouble for that. Colin Kaepernick had a Yoko Ono girlfriend, I believe. That's where he went nuts. He got like straight up brainwashed. How many Verges can we get in the jar? I think this is a record. I don't think we've ever had more than 3 690s in the jar before. So, just saying, we're currently sitting at a Verge sexual record right now. All right, since Verge is now sexual because of Pornhub all the way. So, Colin Kaepernick, thanks so much for the $6.90 or the 690 pennies. But, dude, you got some work to do, okay, man? You start worrying about being a victim, you know, and maybe worry about doing good in this world. Okay, thanks. Not to be political at all. Anyway, largest spike of positive momentum we have seen since September of 2017. Largest spike in relative strength we've seen since March of 2017 on Bitcoin Dark. Did you even know Bitcoin Dark existed in March of 2017? Anyone? Be truthful. Seriously? Did you really think that this was around then? Did you really think that Bitcoin Dark was around in October of 2016? Did you ever think that Bitcoin Dark was around in December of 2014 or August of 2014? Did you even know? I had no idea about Bitcoin Dark. I thought maybe it was like a chocolate bar, like special dark. It's not milk chocolate, it's special dark chocolate. I guess this is like Bitcoin Dark, man. All right, so overall bear trend in the since June 2017. Now overall it's relatively, but look where we are though. Like, we're back at levels that we have, that we were around in September of 2014. So nothing really that special, right? Great investment. Say you FOMO'd in 2014, and you're like, I'm just gonna hold Bitcoin Dark for the next 5 years, man. Why? Just cause I believe in Bitcoin Dark and their team. They've got such good hearts. I'm FOMOing in, and then you break down. You're like, I don't care, life's going on. Oh my God, I'm not selling, I'm just going to keep on holding, and here you are. You're at $0 in like 4+ years. Nice opportunity cost, wow. So anyway, you have a 100% retrace that you're approaching. No big deal. Oh my God. Yes.
Count Chocula tip $20. BTCD is a delicious investment.
It's so yummy. Count Chocula. Thanks so much for the $20 and all the kappas in the world. Thanks, dude. I guess people are trying to keep me awake. Count Chocula, man. If you were in this light setting, Count Chocula, you would literally melt. Do you understand? Because you can't deal with lights this bright. I'm surprised you can even watch this screen. Thank you. See, Count Chocula would love this light setting. Dude, thanks so much for that was on Twitch, man, for changing the lights or woman. Count Chocula's favorite light setting right here. Okay, man. Okay. Thanks, Count Chocula, man, for all the chocolatey goodness of your cereal. I don't know how he would feel about this. He might like it. I don't know, man. Okay. We'll see. We'll find out. Mr. Kantema, sounds great. Bitcoin Dark Roast. If somebody, wow, Mr. Kantema, Erwin, Coffee, Chris, You should think about cryptocurrency coffee branding. Not even kidding. Hey, emoji balls over there. Think about different brands of coffee. Yeah, we're going to sell this as Verge Coffee. Oh yeah, Verge Coffee, man. Sexualize it. Oh yeah, super sexualize Verge Coffee. Then you just do regular Bitcoin coffee and make it all, you know, wholesome coffee, the Bitcoin. The original coffee. Make it special. I don't know, man. Whatever, dude. Who even knows anymore? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I've been live for so many hours today. I don't even know what's happening right now. 1 hour and 30 minutes in this stream. We're getting there. We're doing this thing. We're doing things. All right, man. And there you go. And Ethereum is broken. Well, it's breaking down. Ripple's also breaking down. Also, VET's breaking down some. Okay. And I'm sure, yep, Bitcoin's breaking down just a little bit. Not too much, not crazy, just is. Crypto Yeti, it's like the interstellar meme on that weird planet, right? Where they're there for like 7 minutes and that equates to a year or something. Did you say yeah, sure, or yes, sir? I said yes, sir. I don't know, man. It sounded like you said yeah, sure. Littering and. Gosh, this is where I need my ability to make my voice echoey. Gosh dang it. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Make it to where at one point with the click of a button or on my stream deck, all I can do is hit a button and I sound like I am echoing. Somebody help me. Thanks. It's all about raising the bar. Who am I competing against? Myself. Always trying to beat myself and do better. Alright. What's up, Chewy Orange Man? Julia's coming in with the, what is it called? The, not cucumber, but the eggplant. Oh, yeah. All in on Verge Coffee. Spank your butt with coffee beans. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, my God. What have I done? Am I negatively influencing people? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Okay, so Bitcoin Dark Chocolate is, you know, very close to making that 100% retrace from a swing high to swing low, but unfortunately falling short and such high volume and such high RSI and such positive momentum. I don't know how much further we get. I really put a lot of faith in this Stream Deck button because if it would have accidentally messed up, you would have been ear raped. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, so that's Bitcoin Dark. Hard to say really what's going on. Not much TA involved with some sort of pump like this. Maybe it's insiders. Maybe it's pumpy dumpy. Maybe it's news that's soon to come out that has not come out yet. We just don't know. We don't have the technology. Well, we do. We just don't. All right. Everything's everything. Quantum mechanics, Mr. Kanatomo. We talked about it time and time again. All right. Thanks so much for the 128 people still tuned in for this 1 hour and 33 minute live stream duration. The Jesus Peoples. Okay. Let's take a look at Monero. We were looking at it earlier today. We're just going to look at it again for the peoples, for the Jesus Peoples that asked about it. Okay, man. Bit Cafe. I see a croissant, man.
Bit Cafe tip $20. We are launching our Eco Croissant coin in October.
Hey, Bit Cafe, thanks so much for the $20 contribution to the Jesus Man. Be careful. Be careful. If you're going to be ultra progressive, you may not want to do croissants because you maybe want to look up how croissants were invented and why they were invented. It's a French invention, and they were created for a certain reason, and it was a mockery. It was to mock a certain regime in a certain period of time that is stuck to be timeless now with the croissants we know and love that are wonderful baked treats. But maybe you want to look that up, BitCafe, if you're going to be politically correct. Okay. So, but anyway, regardless of all that and stuff that needs to be researched, so you need to know about it, everyone. BitCafe, thanks so much for the $20 freaking. Love you, man. Time and time again, I can't even believe you, dude. I can't even. I might. Odd. Alright. Thanks, dude. So anyway, Monero broke out of the downward sloping channel and decided to run it. Look how it broke out, it ran up, and then broke down and back tested that it once a time it was resistance, it became support, and then we pivoted off of it, and then the huge elevation in volume started picking up, ran up crazily, broke down, pivoted off the 20 MA, and then ran again on extremely high levels of volume. But please understand, we are in fact right now making bearish divergence, and I'm sorry to say, and you may not believe me or not care because of euphoria on Monero's new rise, that I don't know why you would ever be loyal to Monero when Monero's forsaken you for a very long time, lost so much value, sucks. So don't, it's not your savior. The bearish divergence should be trusted at least, right? Why would I think that we might not make higher levels of positive momentum and we're not going to disregard this bearish divergence? Why? Let me show you. We have not seen a positive momentum spike so high since, technically, April of 2018. It's been so long since we've seen this much positive momentum that has spiked, and we're showing some pretty nice levels of bearish divergence. That's it. So, I think the way we have to look at it, since we broke out of some pattern, touch point 1 and 2 and 3 on the top side, this was a, pretty weak looking ascending broadening wedge. We're out of it, but we're out of it on crazy volume. We broke out on crazy volume, so that's very interesting. But take heed of the divergence on the oscillators. So you do in fact have some contradicting variables going on, right? What are you talking about, right? Well, look, man. Normally you want all these to line up. Let me show you. To where you have bearish divergence on both oscillators, and then you have it like this. This is normally the best way it looks. If you notice how they all line up, line up, line up. Now we're not doing that. We're contradicting ourselves. So this is tough. This makes it a lot more difficult when we have the volume elevating on higher levels of price action. We're breaking out of a bearish pattern, the bearish pattern that lined up so well with the bearish divergence. But I guess we didn't really even have that bearish divergence until we broke out. So very weird, man. Very, very weird. All this contradiction going on, alright? So all you have to do is just plot your channels and see if this divergence plays out. You're in overbought territory, making lower levels of relative strength, and you're currently sitting at 75, so still completely overbought, right? In an overall extremely bearish trend right now. I understand. We could probably, you know what we're going to do? Screw it right now, man. Screw it. Screw it to heck. It is time. It is time to do some spring cleaning on Monero. We have not done in quite some time. About to get nuts on this, okay, man? Okay. Dang, man, looks pretty freaking good, man. Alright, touch point 1 and 2 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Okay, so heartline respect is insane. 25% respect is pretty insane as a support and resistance. Resistance, support. Not much experience with this 75% trend line, but I'll tell you this, that's exactly where we're topping out right now. We're showing our respect of that 75% trend line right now. So all it takes is just a little bit of redrawing to give us a new scope of vision of what's going on. Don't worry about the stuff behind you, even though it seems like we're showing ridiculous amounts of respect. Unbelievable, but we're not even looking at it because we didn't even chart that. We didn't even plot that, but somehow, some way, it's still respected back there. But we got our eye on a different prize. It's more short term. Touch point 1 and 2 and 3. All right? It's literally freaking it. Do you understand? It's a big deal. It's a big freaking deal. Where is it, man? Where's the anchor point? That's it. So in just this downward sloping fib channel, this trend that really started, it seems like April 22nd of 2018, and we've just been scrubs ever since, respecting this fib channel. All right, so really not that crazy, is it? When you look at it this way, it's not crazy at all. Just respecting the 75% trend line. Going to be very, very difficult, as you've seen the respect on the heart line. Respect on the 25% trend line. It might be very difficult for us to break this, but who knows, right? And so you're at critical areas of resistance with bearish divergence. You got to be scared. The only thing you like, the only thing that's contradicting it is the extreme levels of volume and the breakout of the bearish pattern. That's it. So I don't want to spend too much time on Monero, but hey, man, we like having fun here. If you consider this fun, it's fun to me, but it helps me just get away, and I feel like I'm floating in space when I'm doing charts. Okay, man, I just enjoy it thoroughly. Anyway, that's it, man. All right, I feel like I blacked out. The laurel wreath. What happened to Coffee Crypto? Mr. Anvils, it seems like other people were looking into the croissants, the history of it. Anyway, so. Alright, so, well. Look at Monero. I can look at Square real quick. This is the top of the channel, right? Touch point 1 and 2 on the top side and 3 on the bottom. And we're at the very top, showing, I just can't believe how we're showing so much positive momentum. The largest positive momentum spike we've seen in the history of Square just days ago. On the 4 hour anyway. RSI, largest spike in RSI we've seen since November of 2017. Unreal. Extremely overbought, sitting currently at 82 on the RSI. There's no other way to plot this. The velocity is escalated. Its angle is too high for us to plot this any other way. If you do touch point 1 and 2 and breakout, we have to look for what makes the most sense, and what makes the most sense is this angular ascension that we're seeing right now, this velocity trend we are in. Touch point 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom. That's it. Unfilled gaps on a very, very scrubby volume. The volume's picked up since then, and we have no impending price action reversal. Maybe on the daily. I don't think so, though. Not. Yeah, no, nothing even on the daily. The daily is showing the highest level of positive momentum we've ever seen, coinciding with the 4 hour. Highest level of RSI we've seen since technically November of 2017. All right, so the daily and the 4 hour are very, very similar the way they're responding on the oscillators. Okay, so no other way to look at this. Okay, because every other way, there is no other way to plot this. because the angle has become too steep. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. On Square, payment processing company that competes against PayPal.
Should I buy Square / would you buy Square?
Would I? If you're asking me, no. Of course not. Never at these prices. Never, ever, ever at these prices. It doesn't make sense. This is not a trade. The risk for a trade is extremely way too high. There's no to nebulous. So remember, what is the trade, right? If you're talking about an investment, heck no. Heck no, I would never buy this right now as an investment. It's too high. There's no value in it. As a trade, there's no way, there's no value. There's no critical support we're sitting at. We're at all-time highs. And the volume's pretty whatever. It's okay. It's elevated. But what's my... Okay, if I was to buy here, what would be my stop and what would be my target? What would be my exit? There is no exit because there is nothing. There's no patterns. There's just straight up for the past 10 days straight. Absurdity. This thing will pull back. I don't care if it keeps going up. I will wait. I'm not going to risk anything on Square right now. Not as an investment nor as a trade. For a long. Now a short, a different story. Continue to layer in 5 to 10% of your position and just let it keep on floating. Keep on. I don't care. I'll lose a little bit of money. I'm not worried about it, believe me, because when the rug gets pulled, we know it will be disgusting. In a 1 to 3 to 5 day period, it will be gross. Alright, so a trade on Square for a breakdown. Yeah, man, it'll take time though. It will take time. We can continue our ascension in this channel as it wants to. But once the macro takes a hit, once the Qs, once the SPY, once the Dow Jones and the Russell 2000, once the NASDAQ, once they all get hit by some sort of crazy FUD, global markets, whatever it is, big move down. And I'm telling you, people are getting overly euphoric on the stock market right now. I've seen it time and time again. It's just a cyclical thing. People just get complacent, think it's never going to stop, and then one day, blood. A record number of percentage losses, whatever. Okay. Excellent, Mr. Anvils, man. Excellent, dude. About time, Mockhead, right? DGG hitting the moon, man. Seriously. What's about Christopher Campbell, man? But jeez, man. Do you think the Dow Jones Industrial hit an all-time high before correcting? Man, it's tough. Very, very tough question. Look at this pattern, or look at this chart anyway. I think there's a real possibility, but it could take a couple weeks, could take a few weeks if it's going to happen. It's not going to just happen overnight. Now, it could, obviously. I'm not saying it could, but I think we are very well respecting this upward sloping channel. And here's what's crazy, right? I don't zoom out on these charts, right? I did touch point 1 and 2, and this became 3. I didn't know that. It topped out and respected it, and it's like, okay, giving me affirmation that this is the way the market is interpreting this fib channel. And then you got your bottom anchor point here. Watch what happens. I didn't even notice this till like a couple of days ago, and I zoomed out. I don't even know why I zoomed out. I was like, whatever. Look how well we respect the living crap out of this channel, man. As a support, the chop on the 50%, the 75%. Respect. Look at this 100% respect, the 75% respect. Look right here, barely. You can see the respect here. you run up, you test this before breaking down, breaking out, and none of this even matters. I'm just showing you like how insane. Look at that. I did nothing to look at this stuff. I didn't chart it because of this in the back. I charted it because of 3 touch points up here. 1 and 2 and 3. That's all I did. It's so incredible, man. So that lets you know this was euphoria and FOMO that pumped into the market right here. You can clearly see that was that all-time high. Now we're back. We've returned to the mean, into the real channel, and we're just methodically marching. No euphoria. Good. Screw euphoria. Screws up the markets. Makes big breakdowns possible. So anyway, that's it. So that's your Dow Jones. I'm not sure, but I feel like a gap fill seems very likely since we're just so high. But I think the 26,251 area, that 886 Fibonacci node, would be used as a critical resistance. We're currently bouncing off the 786 Fib node at 25,924. We whipped off of it just Friday and closed above it. All right. Who else, man? Who else? It just depends, Blockchain Bandit, which book you should pick up first. Do you know much about the patterns? Maybe you should just do the Getting Started with Chart Patterns. If you don't want to do that, you can look at the Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns, 2nd edition, for Bulkowski. He also has a Swing Trading, Day Trading, book 2, that you can pick up. There's an Extend tab that you can hit in your formatting, Nick Brabat. Hope that helps. Just look for Extend. You just check the box. So, I don't know, it's been a good show, and I do apologize. I'm just not able to stick around too much longer. I'm just tired. I feel like I'm leaving it all out on the field today for y'all. Leaving it all out. I am. All of it's out. I'm just kind of Dead Jeff wants to talk about Bulge Coin. Oh yeah. Leaving it all on the field with Bulge Coin. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So how coincidental his comment was to my outro, I guess. So that's right, all of it out. Come on, Matt. Oh my god. So I'll be back sometime tomorrow. All right. I love y'all so much. Y'all are incredible. Y'all give me purpose every day in life. If it wasn't for y'all, I don't know where I'd be in life. So I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, respect the TA.
how far I've got my hand in. Sometimes it seems that all we have taken. Maybe next time we'll be the forsaken. Tell me, brother, can you see dig.
Veach ain't doing things.